you're welcome to this week's edition of The Magnate. The Magnate is a program that takes a look at mentoring on television and then lending a voice to business growth. I've been faring with your enterprise, your venture, your businesses. Today, we're going to be walking the talk. Mentoring on television. Our focus on the program today will be on mentorship. What is required to be a mentor? Who is a mentor and who are the mentees? We have somebody who should know. Let's give you his citation.
MAGNATE Wisdom is the founder, president, principal consultant of both Strategic Facilitations International and of Strategic Global Mentorship, and the managing director of Evans Gate Property Development International. He is a diplomat and Nigeria's former principal representative to ECOWAS. He is also a very accomplished consultant on government affairs and a negotiator par excellence that has consulted for several heads of state in Africa. For an highly placed individual in the society, he is also a member of the National Institute for Lobbying and Ethics. His wealth of knowledge covers crucial aspects of life pertaining to achieving success and the outstanding achievements that he has accumulated over the years, that he has served in various capacities, both the government and private sector, some of which includes being the former managing director of First Foundation Investment and Property Limited, former personal assistant to Honorable Minister of Information, former personal assistant to the Chairman Board of Directors, Nigerian Airways, former special assistant to the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs. Having served at the Telegraph Department, Nigerian Telecommunications Limited, and as the Gazette Department of the Federal Government Press, he is a renowned publisher with notable publications which include In Pursuit of Excellence, Diplomatic Magazine, along with spiritual and motivational books, and the biographies of several highly placed individuals in society. Aminu is an experienced businessman with very strong leadership skills and the ability to guide, motivate, and lead others to their set objectives. He is a regular speaker at conferences and churches across the globe. He is married to Stella Chinyere Wisdom and blessed with several children.
You're welcome back. It's a great pleasure to welcome to the Magnate, our Magnate for the week. It's a diplomat, Mr. Aminu Wisdom. You're welcome to the Magnate, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
We've been on this for a while. Thank you eventually for partnering to our call.
I appreciate that.
Thank you so much. What is mentorship?
Yeah, thank you very much. I must say that I'm a privileged product of mentorship by too many people who have impacted on me through their actions and their words. And I also find it very instructive that we have quite a lot of misconception on what mentorship is all about. Number one, every one of us, I've often said this, I put it in this way, that some of us are even being mentored without knowing. And on a daily basis, we wake up, we're exposed to new challenges, new things. And I have said this, what is new to me it's not new. It's simply because I'm not aware. It's because I don't know. Or it's simply because I'm not exposed to that challenge. That's why it's new. So this is where the role of mentorship is very critical. Now, there is no area you and I want to be that someone have not tread on that area. And particularly, even there are those who have found new norms on how to process, mentor, and position themselves to ensure that. And again, I think, let me clarify this aspect. Some of the time, people make mistakes. So they are economical with exposing that mistake to teach others, not to fall into those traps. Same thing. But again, I said, if you genuinely make mistake, you will be happy enough to share it so that you don't have to have a repetition of that mistake. You are helping also to create a balance in the environment where you find yourself. So we have to take it seriously, and we have to ensure that we are aware that we are being mentored living. So what it takes is the consciousness of your awareness that you are being mentored, and you are also mentoring others. You are going to be mentored at different stages, because you are going to be confronted with different kind of challenges that you need to take certain steps.
Now, is there a difference between mentorship and apprenticeship? And then, is it compulsory that it is only the older ones that should mentor the younger ones?
Yes, thank you very much. In my case, in ICT, the fellow mentoring me on ICT is far junior to me.
Good.
And I'm enjoying a good time with him. Again, why people find it difficult to understand this aspect is very critical that you have just raised, is we are too proud.
Ego.
Ego. And until we shed off that ego, to recognize that what you don't know it.
You can't give it.
You can't give it also. You can't be expert in every field. You need, that's why a highly professional, skillful medical doctor will carry his car to a mechanic that never went to 4 walls of school.
Medical school.
And he will enter the vehicle, fix the car, he will humble himself to thank him also and pay him. So if we have that understanding, we will be free. We will enjoy mentorship from all ages and all levels. This in the old used to be very common. We sit with our elders to hear their sayings, which is so many of us today have metamorphosed, we are products of all of those things that we were being told.
This mentorship that we're talking about, has it always been with us? Because it's a slogan that is so common now, or is it that the nomenclature changed? Okay.
It has been with us. Like I said, to people there are expired mentors.
Really?
Oh yes, there are. Because just like it's a lifelong journey. You that is being mentored, that have the responsibility of mentoring, or you need to update yourself
exactly.
in order not to be outdated.
And not to be obsolete.
Yes, not to be obsolete. Now, you must ensure that periodically
you keep with the trends.
You keep the trend and look at what is going on, find out where you need to fill up the gaps. And I said, life is a lifelong school. You can't graduate from this world. In this part of the world, we talk about godfatherism. That is mentorship misplaced.
Okay.
Or you describe the one you are following, who you see as a role model, as your godfather. He's not your godfather. You are simply misplacing who he represents in your life. And it is also lack of understanding on both parties to correct. I see people calling me their godfather. I said, no, I am not your godfather. You only have one godfather, which is our heavenly creator, who is also my father. So I'm only privileged to know what I'm sharing with you. And again, it's a two-way journey. I recall a very senior, most respected mentor of mine called me one night. He said, I see this thing you wrote. I've never read it. I've never understood it this way. Can you please share more light on it?
Humble enough to see.
Yes. Far older than me. And has seen, from my own angle of understanding him, he should know better than I do. That's why he's my mentor anyway. But to tell you, he was humble enough to seek more clarification.
A lot of people have a way of castigating the present-day youth. Are they mentored enough?
No, they are not. We must take responsibility for what goes wrong around us, especially as leaders and as someone who has been privileged to pass through. Okay, let me use myself as an example. I didn't know my father until I was 30-something. I was introduced to my father.
Really?
So the question is, how did I bring up my children? The question is, what did I teach them? Where did I get it from? I got it from somewhere. I was mentored. I was nurtured by these great minds, great men and women whom God brought my way, placed on my path, that have strengthened me today through this life. I mean, I have children, grandchildren. I think ascribing blames to the younger ones is very wrong. We must take absolute responsibility for whatever happens around us. When I go to a place I see things are wrong, I challenge them. I try to find out if there's a way we can help, and we do it. We've done quite enough.
For lack of proper mentorship, do you think that is why we have high level of brain drain? It's
Absolutely.
on the increase now.
Yes, absolutely yes. The society, the decadence in the society today is quite challenging. But we must take absolute responsibility to ensure that we are able to monitor this youth, because, as one great man put it, if we don't take care today,
Our future
we are
is
going to be
endangered.
face to face. There will be going to be our own direct challenge, and our children that we have trained challenge. So we have that responsibility. It's never late.
Trusting is a diplomat, a motivational speaker, a mentor, a tutor, a trainer. This is The Magnet, lending a voice to business growth, mentoring on television. We are being mentored. Let's go for a breather. When we come back, the conversation continues. Welcome back. It's still The Magnet, lending a voice to business growth. And I am conversing, chatting, having been motivated and mentored on The Magnet with Aminu Amen Wisdom. You're welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you for having me.
Now, let's go over to, you said it earlier that being a mentor also requires that you motivate.
Yes.
How well have you done this for both the young and old?
Thank you very much. We've started this program with a smaller group many years ago with about 40 people. We broke them into 10-10. And then we started way back in Abuja, start doing the online mentorship program, sharing programs with them, and then of course identifying which area they are gifted. Now that has also led us to institute an institute called Strategic Institute for Talent Discovery and Development. This is born out of a concern that in the course of our mentorship program, we find out that a lot of people are in a misplaced profession.
Okay.
They are gifted in a particular area, but they are forcing themselves to function and compare in a wrong, because maybe their mother or their father have read law.
And they want them to do same.
They want to do same. Meanwhile, from heaven, they are not wired up to be a lawyer. So they read law all the same. But they are always certified that they are lawyers. But they cannot practice because they are not wired up to practice. So we've been doing this. It was during the lockdown that, you know, this lockdown gave back to so many things. It's helped to reveal the true character of every personality. It helps to unravel some of the window dressing style and the window dressing. A lot of families were broken. A lot of families were packed up. Many businesses were packed up. Why? At that lockdown, that's when you know what is authentic and what is not authentic.
What is fake?
What is fake. Because I said to people, you can't hide for too long. You cannot hide forever. You can't. You are simply a reflection of the things that are around you. And your family is a reflection of you. Even we are able to recover some family, put them together. Some that were already badly destroyed, by reason of certain things that were already in place by two parties that are living, pretending to be living together, and they were never together. So we were able to recover the ones we could recover. Then we now said, okay, look, let's go on a larger scale, and let's take this thing to these people, to wherever they are, to families, to schools. So right now we are partnering with schools, prisons. Okay, you call them now in Nigeria correctional centers. We started.
So you are correcting the centers.
Also helping to also make correction. And some of the places we call correctional centers, the people that are there, they are equally not correct. They are not in a correct alignment to correct those that they are supposed to be correcting.
Interesting.
So we found that we now have different kind of cases. So what we did was carry out a case study, because every institution and every family have their peculiar needs. It's not what family A or institution A needs that family B or institution B will need. So we have to craft and tailor what is needed for that particular family or for that particular institution. And then we have also taken it to offices, public service offices, schools. Now, we have seen that catching them young will help to rid the society of the growing menace we have today. So we are also partnering with secondary schools, even going as far as to nursery schools, elementary schools.
Really?
Yes, we've gone as far as that. So we have quite a number of schools we are partnering with across the globe.
Okay, interesting.
From Canada down to the US, UK, Ghana, South Africa, in all of Kenya, in all of these places.
Interesting.
Well, you have a whole number of people in this area with different kind of peculiar needs for mentorship.
Well done. And then all of this, beyond verbal conversation, online and all that, you're also gifted with some literary work. In fact, I have one here, In Pursuit of Excellence.
Excellence, yeah.
That is one of the characteristics of mentorship.
Yes.
Because when you are mentoring people, the basic thing is to also get to excellence, go for excellence, strive for excellence.
We have quite a number of materials. I have written 5 books, for instance.
Wow.
Yeah, and then and all the books are given out for free. We don't. They are not for sale.
Okay.
We give them out for free. Now we also find out that a lot of people are quite lazy to take time to read.
Yes.
So we've done some little work in that regard. Try to summarize communicating some truth and facts and reality through quotes.
It's easy to read and
yes, it's easy to read and reflect on. And then we also have pamphlets. So we narrow it down to
the needs
to
of
the
peculiar
needs.
people.
Again, we are now moving into the era of producing films in the area of mentorship. Short films.
Instructional films.
Instructional films that communicate life transforming experiences to guide you. So we're kind of looking at the possibility of producing like 3 minutes, 2 minutes,
skits.
a video that helps you appreciate who you are, to redirect your steps, to ensure that you are on track and you are periodically being guided.
Okay, good. You know, you have said this so well. Thank you very much for all the insight you have given. But, you know, initially I introduced you, and you're still a diplomat. Once a diplomat is always a diplomat. And we can't deny what's happening in the globe and even in the country, particularly our country, Nigeria, great country, Nigeria. I see you are tagging the flag on there.
Yes.
You are proud to be a Nigerian.
Yes, very well, very well.
How does mentorship, motivating people, what is the relevance to governance?
Let me start by laying the foundation.
Don't give us an epistle or a lecture.
Okay, I'm going to try to, as much as
Summarize.
possible, to summarize it. We must, let me first of all tell you that I've been privileged to travel to 160-something countries. And I'm still traveling. I don't go on vacation. I go on deliberate research. When I find anything working, I go to look for how is it working. A library has just been built in Dubai. I'm going to go to Dubai. I have written to them to inform them I'm coming. I know that I want to be taken on tour. I want to know how
They did it.
How did you arrive at this magnitude, this edifice that is only found in Dubai
Right.
today,
Research.
the largest library? So now, why I use the word where I've traveled, I've never seen a country like Nigeria. Everything here works in our favor. The only thing that works against us here is we.
And the human beings.
Is we.
We are so endowed, right?
Is we. That we have no respect for training and retraining. There are professors today who have not got any course anywhere. They have graduated as professor. They enjoy the title. They are okay with it. They have never read one book. So the professor they graduated with in 1930 or 1979,
They are stagnated.
they are stagnated with it. For me, our problem here is we have too many half-baked people in position of authority. Or rather, put it the other way, in privileged positions. And that is why you can see the system is failing. Not that the system is failing on its own. It's failing because somebody who has failed is leading the process of that system. Because I said you cannot separate yourself for what you don't know. What you don't know, you don't know it. And what you don't have, you can't give. I think that's very fundamental. So quite a number of our leaders at various levels, with all due respect, need to go back and revisit where they are coming from as it relates to training in their area of profession, in their area. You know, that's what brought me to come to understand that there are three professions. I know there could be more. Three professions that I love so much. Medical fields, you must study. You must. You are compelled to study.
Of course. When you have
Then-
a complicated case, you have to.
Exactly. Then law. You must study. This ICT, you must study. These three professions, they are not professions where you can go on leave. Even for 1 week is dangerous. For 2 days is dangerous. Especially this era where information flies and things changes without notice. And perhaps, peradventure, the things we know yesterday are no longer the things that are in existence now.
Yes.
A lot of things have changed.
Imagine trends.
Emerging trend. So the challenge we have is to go back to the drawing board. Have respect for training. We should have a library where people can go and read newspapers for free.
What has public relations got to do with what we are talking about?
Is helping to promote accurate, ethical behavior. Helping to strengthen. That's what public relation is all about. But today, you see in certain fora, certain people are even being given title. I was happy to read somewhere at the mainstream of the news. I also, it caught my attention when it was being cast in the news, that the one emir somewhere deposed a traditional ruler who had to ban a bandit. I'm very happy that is happening in our time. So we need to see more of those kind of things. We need to get to a point where we see some government officials who have looted the treasury of this nation and say, no, strip them of our national honor that we give them.
What's a final few words of counsel for the youth?
We should learn to take responsibility. At age 15, I will go under the bridge looking for books, used books. I didn't have money to buy books. If government fail, you shouldn't fail. If your parents fail, you shouldn't fail.
That's it.
If by peradventure you find yourself where you need help, seek genuine help. A lot of people are seeking for wrong help. That's why they are not getting it. If you genuinely seek help with your strong faith in God who has created you, you will find help.
Thank you very much for the program.
Thank you very much.
The Magnet it has been. Mentoring on television. We have been mentored. And we have also learned the voice to the growth of your business, your venture, and your enterprise. You enjoyed what you saw today? Then make it a date with us same time next week. We shall bring another magnet to mentor us, to nurture us, and to tutor us. Until then, bye for now.